What's up, guys? This is episode 8, born and raised in South Detroit. I'm just going to make a video yesterday, and then I got a little sidetracked, but I actually saw something last night that I really wanted to talk about, so I'm glad I didn't make one yesterday, kind of. So there was this dude, I don't know where the fuck he was from, I didn't see. I honestly couldn't even fucking read the article, it was so disgusting. This dude kneeling on the baby's neck, and he's a supporter of BLM and this and that. Like, how in your right mind, like, I know these people aren't in their right minds, but how could you possibly be okay with that? Laying or kneeling on a beautiful little baby's neck, and then some fucking other idiot holding the kid's arms, and apparently the kid's mom was there too. It fucking grosses me out. And then you come to think he's a BLM guy and blah, 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 and, you know, he's got a million fucking priors. Okay, so, like, what is the makeup of BLM exactly? It's mostly liberal white idiots that just want the fucking cool cosign from the blacks. And then there is a big group of blacks in there that are just fucking criminals that are just tired of getting hassled by police. Now, that's another thing I was thinking about is, you know, when I was a kid, my parents, especially like before I started driving, my parents always told me, you know, if you get pulled over, just do what the cop says, okay? Listen to him, you know, get your license, registration, get all your shit out, and, you know, just, if he gives you a shitty ticket, say okay, move on, we'll bring it to court. I don't know if it's the opposite in some circles that get like an opposite talking to by their parents. But you notice all these videos like leading up to, you know, police brutality. It's always people screaming and, you know, moving quickly and grabbing shit and this and that. You never see a video of somebody getting killed and then, you know, the footage leading up to it is them sitting there going, yes, sir. No, sir. Okay, thank you. I get it. You don't want to be fucking hassled by them, and you don't want to be, you know, fucking baited pretty much by them, but is it worth your life? If it is, then act like a fucking retard and, you know, throw your hands around and act like an asshole. But I've just noticed this surge lately. You know, it's leaning more from all these fucking liberal white idiots that are fucking dancing on the streets and then getting killed by black people and then saying it's in the name of Black Lives Matter. But now it's more like BLM's turning into more of like like a gang almost. Like, I mean, they kind of have been for a while, but the mob that they have right now is literally getting away with murder. They've completely taken over cities. They've taken over the mainstream. I saw yesterday an ad for Old Navy with Black Lives Matter in it. It's going to be on the floors of the NBA, the MLB's taking. Like, you guys aren't even counterculture anymore. This is all mainstream now. And because of that, anybody that stands up against it is getting, you know, canceled or fucked around. It's crazy, man. And, you know, I know not all of the people are the same in these groups, but the fact that nobody's standing up against the bad shit that they're doing, they're actually standing for it. Saying, oh, you've been killing us for years and we destroyed a few stores and you're going to cry about it. It's not the point. It's the point that you're making yourself look worse. Cool. Awesome. You're making yourself look worse, and you're making yourself look like all the things that people that hate you suspect of you. I don't get how people don't see that. Maybe they just willfully don't see it and they're okay with it. But like, it's sickening, man. I can't get over how many different advertisements I see lately with, BLM plastered on it. Mainstream things, man. It's just crazy to me. And I was looking at one of these videos last night about, how it all started from Trayvon Martin. And like that one, even, it was such a dividing thing to begin with. And this is how BLM started. Anybody that has half a brain knew that that was a shitty situation on both ends. George Zimmerman may have been an idiot, but the fact that this kid is slamming his head against the pavement, and they say that that's not, I guess it was self-defense because he got away with it, but for people to not think that, I don't know, man. And then, the whole, it's not self-defense when this couple from Missouri, mind you, the chick had her finger on the trigger, which was, a little fucking crazy because she was ready to pop somebody. But the fact that those people got in trouble for defending their property is disturbing. Private property. And my favorite part is that, this chop zone got pushed away because I think the protesters stormed the mayor's house, and she was like, okay, this is too close to home. Now I don't want it. Get rid of that. And that's all it's taking. All it's taking is once the heat gets to them a little bit, like Starbucks and the other companies that were supporting BLM and then got looted, and then they were, upset about it. Did you really think that they were going to protect you just because you gave them money? They don't give a fuck, man. They're trying to tear everything down. Top to bottom. And if people really believe that this is just about police brutality, still, you're fucking dreaming, man. They've been very clear on what they want. You look at the website. They're very specific on what they want. They want Western civilization toppled. And I find very cool. You look great. I find the Gestapo fucking comparisons sickening too. These idiots say that, Trump, very good, honey, you look great. They say that Trump doesn't want to do anything in these cities to help. He's offered help to all of them. And very good. You look great. Look awesome. He's offered all this help to every single city. And they won't take it. Or when he does just say, hey, I'm doing this, then they say that he's, overstepping his boundaries. I mean, the fact that he went in and then back out kind of bugs me because now it's basically a weakness. You let the heat get on you and then you took off. Fuck it. Just take these people out, man. All these people saying that, Portland was scary. After Trump was there? Are you kidding? Have you been there? No, of course not. Talking out of your ass like everything else. These people don't know anything, and then they see something trending on Twitter, and then that's their source. That's how they know. That was trending for a while. Trump kidnappings or Portland kidnappings. That's these Gestapo tactics, they say. I do say if he does stick to his guns and sends these people in, his the base that voted for him that were like kind of on the fence now, that are like, getting upset with him, they'll all be back on his side if he actually does this. If he cleans up New York City, Chicago, Albuquerque, and Portland, if he can get this done, I think a lot of the silent majority is gonna be fucking happier than a pig in shit, because this is what they've wanted. They want a little bit of a power move from him to show that he has balls, because it didn't look like he had balls for a bit, man. Like, it's been such a ride with Trump because, 2016, it was cool as fuck, and, everybody was excited, and then the whole Russia thing kind of kept him quiet, and then, like, he got a little bit more bold. He had the wall started, and the wall's going pretty good, I guess. And then it quieted down, and then the impeachment. However, I did read something very interesting, and they were talking about how, when Trump did control all of the branches, yeah, that's what happens with the elastics. When he did control everything, not that much got done. Now he's got to get it through the House, which is next to impossible. But even when they had the House, man, it wasn't, like he was signing bills left and right for everything that the right-wingers wanted. I just hope this, the next 4 years are going to be the fucking, that's going to be the shit. That's going to be everything that the right-wingers wanted from the beginning. I hope he's got his fucking, he's got his balls, and he fucking starts cleaning up all these cities, gets that economy back on track, and just starts kicking ass again. So that's the thing, man. All he was running on was the economy, really. If you think about it. I like Trump a lot, but I'm just, it's upset me that he's, stayed quiet on a lot of things, or just not touched on things at all. And he was running on pretty much the economy for a long time. And he can build it back. I feel like he will. But, yeah, I hope, the next 4 years he gets some balls. I hope he fucking starts swinging that fascist dick like everybody thinks he is already. It kills me that, well, they're calling Ted Wheeler a fascist. So that should open some people's eyes to these people, because that's the guy that literally bows to them. Bows to their every demand. And they still think he's... Like, what is their definition? It doesn't make any sense. They can't have a normal definition of it. But, yeah, so they were pepper spraying him and fucking tear gassing him and pelting him with shit, which I find so funny. He went to go give them a voice, and they still shut him down and still beat the shit out of him and tear gassed him. That's fucking hilarious to me. Like I think I'd mentioned on my first video that I made, I was reading the Ted Wheeler Instagram page, and his mom had passed, and, he's like, R.I.P., whatever. And people are like, good, she's dead. I fucking hate you. I hope you're next. And it's like, these are the people that you're defending, man. And it's not just the speech. They would literally kill you if they wanted, if they could. They totally would. Like, I saw some fucking pink-haired idiot yesterday with Bolsonaro getting COVID-19. Good, I hope he dies. It's like, really? You wish people were dead because of their political views? That's insane to me. Like, I don't wish people were dead because of... Listen, they already are brain dead, most of them. But the thing is, I wouldn't actually wish people to die because of the way they look at things. I think they're pretty evil and satanic and stupid. But I wouldn't be like, I hope you die. Like, it's just messed up, man. Like, how can you think about that with another human, about another human being? It's crazy. It's just who these people are, though. I guess, it's just who they are. They have no compassion. They have no fucking anything for anyone. No empathy. They don't care. But anyways, I got my Make America Great Again hat on today. I usually wear well, I haven't really worn them in a while because Trump's been kind of pissing me off, but I've been wearing the Keep America Great Again hat for a while. Well, I was for a while. But now, MAGA was trending again the other day because of how he has to rebuild this country now. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, I know everybody's brought this up. Okay, cool. Awesome, honey. Sorry, my daughter's here today. And, well, she's always here, but right now she's in the room with me. Was I just saying? Oh, yeah. So he has to rebuild the country, But, what I was saying is, with the election. So, yeah. So if Joe Biden wins, man, does everything just go back to normal? Normal, I should say. Like how it was with Obama. Because realistically, once Trump wins, man, I think that's the last of right-wing, especially right-wing populism of this sort, I think. I mean, in a way, I guess they've pushed conservatives in general to, well, not that they've pushed the conservatives, but the right-wing voter is more looking for a right-wing populist now. So are they going to push regular conservatives into this and make it just the status quo for conservatives? Who knows? Or is Trump going to be gone and then, that's it? Go back to the neocons, like the Romneys and the Paul Ryans and the, fucking John Boehners and the Bushes. Time will tell. I mean, that should be the most concerning thing for the conservatives, especially the conservative base, is like, what is going to happen after Trump? Who's going to run? A lot of people think like Ivanka, Don Jr., but these people will not have the backing that Trump did. Trump has something special about him. He's got a very encompassing aura about him. That, like, this person likes him, and this person likes him, and then this person likes him. Don Jr. and Ivanka, they kind of just have, I'm my dad's kid, so that's why people love me. They are likable people, but I just mean in general. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. We'll see what they roll out in 2024. Because I have a feeling it'll just be more neocons. And, the neocons, what I don't like about them is they just aren't really right-wing, man. They're very milquetoast. They fall to all the demands of the left. If you look at what they stand for, they say, "Oh yeah, we're pro-life and this and that," but they won't roll back Roe v. Wade. They won't roll back any other laws that have come into place that they're against, and they're not against them anyways because they're fucking, dick suckers of both sides. That's just how they are. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what they'll do, man? They, like I said, it's just what the conservatives were for years and years and years. Who was the last? Reagan? That was the last, Trump-like figure. I mean, there was a few that kind of were around, but never got very far in anything. It was always the milquetoast neocons that got into power. Even guys I like Dan Crenshaw. a bit. He's kind of now. But he's very milquetoast too. Yeah, he's on Trump's side. But he's not by any means like a right-wing populist. Not at all. And that goes for a lot of them. A lot of the right-wing, like, Congress people. Like Ted Cruz, man. He's kind of populist a little bit, I guess you could say. But in general, man, he's just kind of fucking there as a conservative, too. He's not a vocal populist like Trump. And that's probably why people didn't want him in last time. Trump had that fucking energy, man. And he better hope that he brings that energy this year. This November. We're not that far away from it. And Biden still doesn't have a running mate, which is fucking hilarious to me, too. Like, he hasn't locked in anybody yet. He has mentioned people, but he's not locked in with somebody yet. It's crazy to me. Ugh. What else was I going to mention? There was something else. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, it was just, I read this thing about, how the defund the police movement, how it works is, defund the police because there's some bad ones. But open borders to all, even though there are some bad ones. Like, I know the hypocrisy runs deep, and I know that they're past even caring about it. But that's just such an obvious one. Like, the ones that are just obvious, like they should just see it, and they just don't care. Like that's one that just should be there, and just not. Oh. Another thought that I had the other day is, in general, I feel like this is going to be the last generation of these idiots for a bit. With all the virus, the abortion, the gays, the LGBT shit, where it's like, not many of them are adopting kids anymore. Some are, but not many. And then messing with all these kids' hormones, and especially the abortion, though. Like, that's just out of control right now. With all that, is it just going to sever that fucking generation? Like, only people like me who, have some kind of moral compass and, want to have a family and fucking, further the, my family. Is it just us that are going to have, skin in the game for the next generation? Because all the left, man, they're against kids in every way they can be, except when it comes to the virus. Sending our kids back to be killed. Oh, they care about kids now all of a sudden. But no, for real. Like, they're not having kids. So is it going to just drop off? Like, are we going to have a normal generation of people after us? Like my kids' generation? Not going to have these idiots? Or are they just going to respawn? Which is entirely possible because they won't know about these idiots that were fucking extinct. The purple-haired weirdos that don't want kids, they're going to be extinct and then, respawn in a generation or two. It's possible for sure. But anyways, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. I was getting into a few different conspiracy videos yesterday, but they were getting a little fucking crazy for me, even. I was watching that B.O.B. guy. He's a little nuts. I like him, but he's a little nuts. But anyways, I will be getting more into conspiracies. I have a lot that I do want to talk about. But I think I had mentioned before, like, I want to grow the audience a little bit more before I start getting into that. Because I don't want to mention some of this shit and then get my channel completely taken down and then have to just restart completely. I know there's not much on my channel now, but I want to wait until I get, some more people before I really get into those crazy shit. Because it does interest me, all of it. I'm not too deep into some of them, but I have, made my rounds around them, a lot of them, and I like them. But yeah, anyways, have a great day, and hopefully, hopefully things start getting a little bit better, which I don't see it happening, but you never know.